today is the day I make a major milestone in paying off my student loan debts. So stay tuned. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel where you guys have been watching me pay off $140,000 worth of student loan debts and also increase my net worth to hopefully someday be over $1 million. With this month being the month of March, it marks the 1-year anniversary of me recording these videos of paying off my student loan debt along with tracking my net worth. And I have to say it's been a pretty great year in terms of progress, the progress that you guys have been able to see. I'm sure many of you have picked up on the fact by now, if you've been watching some of my other videos, you might have noticed that this month is going to be a rather special one, not just because it's the anniversary of making these types of videos, but also because, well, it's tax season. And with tax season, generally there is a tax refund. And if you're someone like me in a situation like this, where you love to receive extra money because that money can be used towards getting rid of your debt, well, you look forward to times like this. So this video is going to be highlighting my March 2022 debt payoff update, but I'm sure you guys can maybe put 2 and 2 together and figure out what's going to be happening in this video. And if you can't, well, I guess you'll just have to stick around until the end to find out. Also, just a quick plug for the channel. If you like watching content like this, of seeing someone pay off their student loan debts and hopefully maybe even motivating you to take better control over your finances, then be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a brief look at my Google Sheets spreadsheet that I typically use to track my student loan debt progress. So the first thing we need to recap before we do anything else in this video is we need to first look at this green column, this green chart over here, and you can see I've listed out my current student loan debts that I have. So Sallie Mae loan debt number 1, you guys may never remember, I paid that off I think right at the end of last year. Then we got this one, Sallie Mae loan number 2. This is the one I have been working on for the last, I guess, 3 months now, really focusing any extra squeezing of finances, any extra money that I can put towards paying off my student loan debts has gone towards this loan right here. Right now, my Sallie Mae loan that I have left is sitting at $7,715.08. I think I might have actually gone down just a little bit. I think I made a payment of around $200 at the beginning of this month, so it's right around $7,500. Just briefly, we won't talk about this too much right now because it's not the purpose of the video. The other 2 loans I do have are federal loans, which are still in deferment, all tallying up to be a total debt amount of, yeah, you see it there, $79,122.23. Quite a sizable amount of a student loan debt. In fact, you know, a lot of people, this is what they come out of college with. This is what I've been working to get my debt down to. But yeah, you guys can see that that's quite a high number. I've been doing this since March of last year, $104,000. That is not my total student loan debt that I had upon graduation. It was actually, I believe, just under $140,000, both with private and government loans combined. I just only in March of last year started filming my progress and making a debt spreadsheet like this. But as you guys can see, that number has dwindled down over this past year to the last update I did was in February last month with $79,000 left of my debt. So today we're going to be punching in a number right here for March of 2022. But before I just go in and tell you, how much is left in my Sallie Mae loan number 2, I'm going to kind of take you guys on a little journey today because you guys are going to get to watch me pay off this loan today. That's the big news for the day. But I did get a quite large tax return from the federal government and through the state tax return. In addition to that, oddly enough, I must have overpaid for some county tax or some county bill because this month I've received randomly $800 from the county I live in just in the mail. They're like, here you go, here's some money back. Don't know what it's for. It came with literally nothing. So whatever, I got an extra $800 on top of my federal and state refund. I'll take it. I'll take it. When I'm in a situation like this, with this debt I'm in, I'll take any extra help I can get. But let's head over now to the Sallie Mae loan page. I gotta figure out how to get out of this page though. When I first graduated from college, I had, as you guys can see, 4 different private student loans. And these loans, as you can see, the bottom 3 have already been paid off. We just have this one left. But these loans varied in amount, and I have them written down here. This first one that you see listed here, this one that's now, $7,500, that one was originally at $17,386.00. The second one down here with the higher interest rate was at $9,500. The third one, which as you can see is tied for the top interest rate, that one was at $20,000. And then the one below that, this one down here, this final one, was at $8,100. So that would be $55,000 of student loan debt here. The other side of the coin, the other side of the story, is my federal government student loans. And those, I came out of school with $86,000 worth of those loans. I paid on those faithfully until the deferment happened. And then I discontinued paying on them and made payments towards my private loans because they were still due. But in the time between graduating and the deferment starting, I was able to pay off $15,000 of my government loans. So they went down from $86,000 to $71,000 that they are currently at. You guys got to see that a while ago. So what I want to do now is I'm going to go ahead and pay off this loan. So let's look at this. Minimum payment that I would normally pay each month would be $67. But we're not going to do that. We're gonna make this be the payment this month. So let's go ahead and type that in. So what we're going to do is we're going to punch in the number that it says is due here, but I feel like it's going to correct me and say that there's just a little bit of extra interest that needs to be covered for the month. So let's do that. Let's go. So you see right down here we got the $7,500 listed. Make payments. It's telling me that it's already on an auto debit. Do you want to continue? Sure. And hopefully we didn't break it. Oh, there it goes. Here it is. So the current principal it shows is $7,527.71. The last interest payment that would be due is $15.88, which then equals the final payoff amount, which is $7,543.59, which is what I have here. So we are going to go ahead and push submit payment and see what happens. There it is. Did I do it? All right. So that's that. As you guys can see, this is the confirmation page. It looks just like we did back when I first paid off the Sallie Mae loan number 1. Just a little congratulatory message here about paying off my loan. Okay, so the last thing that we need to do to complete this video to wrap everything up, at least for my private student loans. As you guys can see, I have the student loan debt payoff spreadsheet here again. And I guess it was completely useless that I put in this 4.25 because now this new Sallie Mae loan amount right here is 0, y'all. Boom. That feels pretty good. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this $71,000 and place it down here in the bottom like I said we would at the beginning of the video. Boom. And look at that. The font didn't work. Knew it wouldn't. We'll make it bigger. And this number now needs to be adjusted for this row. So this is actually a big part of this video and of this channel and of the journey. And this right here marks a 1 year completion, a 1 year look at my student loan debt payoff journey. This number right here, $33,481.85. I've tried to be as accurate as possible, but this number right here is the total amount of debt that I have paid off with my student loans since March of last year. Now, this number does not, I don't believe this number actually includes the interest. I'm sure if I wanted to, I can actually go back, and maybe I'll do that at the very end of this whole journey, but look at how much money was actually taken out by interest. So this is just the kind of principal that was taken out, but yeah, interest has chewed up a lot of my payments. If it wasn't for interest, we'd be out of this a lot quicker, but that's just how life works, how these student loans work against me. Getting rid of my private student loans once and for all. That is something that it feels great. For me as an individual, it actually feels important because I've talked about this with some of my friends. Even though I don't think I was wise in taking out the amount of student loan debt that I did, I feel like I really overpaid for school, even though I think I made some mistakes in the past that results in the situation I'm in now. Because it's a mistake I made, even though I was kind of naive, it's a mistake I made, and so I'm responsible for it. So part of me, I do have like this moral obligation to pay back what I took. But here we are, and we have made it to a 1 year anniversary of paying off my student loan debts, at least tracking them. I've been doing it for far longer, but I thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching these videos and coming back each month and supporting me along the way and sending your encouragement through comments and things like that. It really means the world to know that there's other people out there rooting you on, because when you're in a situation like this, it sometimes can feel kind of dark and like you cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel with this much debt left on your plate. So it's nice to hear from other people who have actually gone through this, have made wise decisions, prudent decisions about their finances, and can give advice on how to get out of this quicker and have success along the way. And also for people who are going through this journey with me, that we can link arms together and encourage each other and push each other harder and to succeed and see each other succeed. That's great. That's what I love about this community here on YouTube, of people doing things like this, paying off their student loans, paying off debt, becoming financially free, financially independent, and increasing their net worth. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.